All right, everybody knows about the classic Creole jambalaya. It's one of the top things that'll come up if you look up New Orleans food. But have you ever heard of pastalaya? It's kind of the same thing, but with noodles. And I'm telling y'all, it's pressure. Let's get into it. So boom, as with most Cajun dishes, it starts off with the holy trinity of onions, celery, and bell pepper. It goes in things like gumbos, etouffees, shrimp creoles, and jambalaya. So you know we got to put it in this one too. Another thing we like to use in the South is andouille sausage. You can use smoked sausage if you don't have access to it, but this is the best one to go with right here, for real. Go ahead, slice it up, and then we're going to put that to the side. Nah, this is a public service announcement. Y'all need to stop using the same cutting board when y'all cutting with chicken. Always use a different cutting board and a different knife. They be taught when I see y'all using that same cutting board. I ain't eating at your house, for real. It's just one extra dish to clean. I promise it's not that bad. Go ahead, slice it up, then we're going to put it to the side. In a heavy bottom pot, we're going to add a little olive oil, then we're going to start browning our sauce. You want to render it down to where it starts to get those nice crisp pieces at the bottom getting stuck to the bottom of the pot. That's where all the flavor is, for real. Once they get to a nice color, we're going to go ahead and remove them and then put them to the side. Make sure you don't remove none of that stuff at the bottom of the pot. Again, that's all the flavor. We're going to season the chicken and add it right back to that same pot with all them drippings. Moisture from the chicken is going to remove some of those pieces from the bottom. We're going to let that cook all the way through, and then we're going to remove that and set it to the side with the sausage. And again, all those drippings at the bottom is the flavor. We're going to add our holy trinity right into that. We want to mix this together and then let it saute till it's nice and tender and translucent. Now, I usually say use fresh minced garlic, but garlic paste been having me in the chokehold, and I love it now. Now, add a couple tablespoons of tomato paste, and then we're going to mix that into the vegetables till it's well combined. Now, we're going to come back with our proteins, the chicken and sausage. Again, if you want to use other meats, you could. I like to use shrimp as well sometimes, but for this, we just went with the chicken and sausage. Now, I added in some chicken broth, and then a major difference between jambalaya and pastalaya, I added some half and half because it's pasta, and I wanted a little bit of creaminess. We're going to mix it up till everything's combined, and then we're going to go ahead and season it with some dry thyme leaves, garlic powder, onion powder, and then your Cajun seasoning. Remember, if you ain't sneezing, it ain't seasoned. And I personally like to add a little hot sauce. If you don't like spice that much, don't add it, but I love it, so put that in there. Go ahead, bring this to a boil, and then we're going to add whatever pasta you want. You can either use bow tie, penne, spaghetti noodles. The choice is yours. Just make sure that you completely submerge it into the liquid. Bring it back up to a boil, and then we're going to cover it up and cook it just like you would any other pasta. Just follow the directions on the box. You'll be straight, I promise you. If your noodles soak up too much of the liquid, just add a little more chicken broth. It's going to be all right. Once the noodles are nice and tender, we're going to take it and mix it up, and look at that. Yes, Lord. Go ahead and you're going to garnish it with a little bit of fresh green onion, and then just like my name, you're all done. And its full written recipe is on my website, recipesbyaldenb.com. If you like to go that route, I also have a bunch of other Cajun Creole inspired dishes from gumbo, etouffee, jambalaya, all that. So y'all make sure to check that out.